Hey, what's up and hello. This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like and hit the hype for your girl. And child, this is my review on Love During Lockup, season 7, episode 7. I don't even remember the name of this episode. What I do know is I am so tired of these people. I think this is almost the last episode. I think the next episode is the last one. And good, because I'm over it. I just feel like, again, I'm losing brain cells sometimes watching these shows. But with that being said, let me do my roll call and hello first. Hey Z, hey Leo. Oh my gosh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If I had to rate this episode, I would give it a C plus. For all the probably the wrong reasons, but I would give it a C plus, okay? Because I definitely watched it. I didn't fall asleep on it, which I guess is good. But I did watch it, but I was just rolling my eyes because I was just so annoyed by all of this stupidity and craziness. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Hey, Liz. Hey, Mrs. T. Yes. Oh, my gosh. This is why I love my crew. Because I feel like sometimes I feel alone in thinking that I'm over certain episodes or over certain seasons. And then when I come on to do the review, y'all be saying the same thing. Like, I'm over this, I'm over that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is where you can just find your community because good grief, I'm tired of this freaking season. But let's get into it. Okay, so Leo said a C minus. Liz says a straight D. She also says she glad it's almost over. Yeah. Leo says, one more, thank God. Yes. Hey, Londi, Dr. Londi. It does seem like it's getting more scripted. Don't it though? Just so freaking fake. Oh, okay. But you know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it as if some of this may not be fake, but I just feel like they're full of it this time around. Even more so than any other season I've ever seen before. Like, this is just getting freaking ridiculous. So let's get started. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Start with this doofus, this Tubi Nick Cannon, still trying to act hard in the car, talking about something. What's the problem? That's like my sis. I'm about to go smoke with her. You tripping. Well, F you then. Well, F you then. Well, F you then. Doing all of this stuff. And I'm like, you simp. You don't even realize that this is nothing but game. She's sitting up there trying to make it seem like she's so insecure. She's just so vulnerable because she doesn't understand the world and she's never been in a real relationship before. The next time they talk, she's like, sob story here comes in. This is all new to me. I've never been in a real relationship, even though you claim you got a man that once he gets out may ruin your relationship because of the relationship you guys had in the past. But okay, I've never been in a real relationship before, and my feelings are with you, and I can't block that or how I feel for you. And are you sure you're not talking to other girls? Game. I'm insecure because I really like you. I love you. I'm in love with you. Are you in love with me? Game. All it is look, I need to know you are with me. I want to hear that you're with me no matter what I do because I'm about to put you through hell and back when I get out. I'm going to put you through hell. I'm going to take you through all of this. I'm going to have all of these men still calling me and all of that stuff. And I just need to make sure you are the simp that I feel that you are. And you are going to stay down for me no matter what. Period. That's all it is. And I ain't got time for this nonsense. And he's like, what are you saying, Ma? What are you saying? Like, of course I love you. And, this is all in your mind. This is all in your mind. Like, you're tripping, man. You're tripping. And I'm like, you're stupid, man. You're stupid. That girl about to take your credit down the ringer. She about to take your house, your car. She about to have dudes up in your house. This is about to be a straight up disaster. And the mere fact that you think this girl is not running game on you because you feel like she went in at 17 years old, boy, bye. I don't have any more words for you besides the fact that you are going to get what you actually deserve. Is it just me, or is Felicia putting on a blatant a black scent real strong? No, she's not putting on a black scent real strong. She is from Louisiana, and if you know the backwoods of Louisiana, white people from Louisiana sound like that. And then not to mention, probably because she has been in jail, she has probably been around a good amount of black folks like us. But Louisiana accents, like that deep neck of the woods, Louisiana, even though New Orleans got it too, but I'm talking about them backwoods where I think she from. I don't think she really from New Orleans. I think she from the backwoods of Louisiana. No, they sound like that. They definitely sound like that. She is running game. She absolutely is. Rich doesn't have good communication skills either. He doesn't. Yeah. So what's going to pretty much happen is he's going to allow either things to happen or he's going to leave her alone. Doubt that part. He's going to allow things to happen and he's going to just smoke all of his pain away. Like he's probably been doing his whole life, smoking his pain away and his troubles away. I'm curious to see if they are going to be on Love After Lockup. I'm really curious to see if this is going to be an actual couple that's going to be on there. Because, baby, I feel like this is going to be worse than the last season with Paul Bunyan and that girl who ran game on him. I think this is about to be bad. And one thing that I did catch was Nick Cannon, Rich, talking about how Clay is not even his type. Well, what is your type, sir? Are you telling us without telling us that you're a colorist and all of that stuff and you have a certain type that you like? Because this type that you like is about to take you through hell and back. So good luck. Yeah, good luck. With that being said, and ready to spend it with that so-called ex, she ready to spend it with all the 20 men she been pen paling with. I wouldn't be shocked if all of those men she pen paling with, a good amount of them are in the area of Texas and Louisiana. I would not be shocked at all whatsoever. But this doofus, I'm over him and his I want to be hard 1 minute and then the next minute I'm up here being a straight up simp and a bum. But let's continue on. The friend might run game on him too. The friend already running game on him. She was already running game on him. She was sizing him up to see if he was the sucker that they think he is. That was the whole purpose of her going there. Is this a simp sucker like we think he is? Oh yeah, he a simp sucker. That's all right. You can take him through it and he gonna deal with it for a very long time. You'll be all right, Felicia. That's exactly what that was. I need them to be on Love After Lockup because I want to see how she runs him. I do too. And then he gonna be going to that psychic again, crying, trying to figure out his life, even though the psychic already told him she's no good. The psychic already told him. So my thing is this: why go to a psychic if you're not gonna take the advice anyways? Like, why? Just don't go. They tell you this information and you still sitting up there trying to press on with what they tell you to stay clear of. Like, I'm confused. You either believe in them or you don't. But with that being said, let's move on. Child, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about running game. Let's talk about Gigi Goddess, Moo Moo Boo Boo, and Bonita Applebum. Child, Bonita is playing stupid like she did not understand how those two locks got on the storage. Let me tell you something. She said she claims she don't like to lie, but baby girl, her lie game is good. She had me so convinced that she really didn't know where that lock came from. I said, well, dang, she lied without a conscience. She lied with a straight face. She was in it to win it, to make sure that he believed everything she said. Because I believed her. Even though I saw her put the dang on lock on the freaking storage. I said, well, did I see it or did I not see it? Because she is good. Damn, she good. I said, oh my gosh. Okay. All right. You definitely are no joke at all whatsoever. And even Moo Moo know. He said, man, she a good liar. She a good liar. She crazy. She cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. She is a good liar. That's why he stays with her. That's why he made that horrible, horrific comment talking about he can't wait to get up in those guts. Because you know, one thing that I have heard from the males in my family and friends, that those crazy ones be having the good, okay? And that's why he can't let go, all right? That's exactly why he can't let go. So at the end of the day, he knows she crazy. He know that she may burn some stuff up and lie about it without a conscience and lie with a straight face. But as far as he see it, he's still sprung on what she can bring to the table, if you know what I mean. But she was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Your mama. Your mama did it. Your mama did it. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe your mama saying that because she trying to make it seem like it's me. It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. So then at that point, he said, look, Bonita, I'm telling you right now, they done messed up something, and now my release date has been extended. Like, I'm not getting out when I thought I was gonna get out. And she was like, are you playing with me right now? Are you playing with me right now? Like, is this what you're doing? Because you know, we done been through too much already for these past couple of days. Are you playing with me right now? Or are you serious? And he was like, man, I'm serious. Like, they done put an extra charge on me or whatever the case may be, and it's about to be an extended release date. And I said, well, you lie just like her. Because we all know he had already told his mama, and I think even told not Gigi, but I think he told his mama that he was gonna lie to Bonita about when his release date was going to be. So then that way, when he gets out, he don't have any issues. He literally already said that. So I'm like, well, y'all lie like that together. You lie without a conscience too. Now, my question is this, and this is why I say this is scripted. Unless he don't get along or Bonita don't get along with the mama, how is this even possible? Wouldn't the grandmother and Bonita hopefully have some type of relationship because she sees her grandchild through Bonita? Like, I'm confused, honey. I'm thinking like she's going to find out, especially if you're living with your mother, if she could easily pop up with the grandchild. Like, I'm confused. But again, I'm still feeling like this stuff is scripted, especially after what has been exposed, that they all hanging out together. I don't have time for this nonsense at this point. But literally at that situation, Bonita is trying to calm him down because she's like, okay, baby, like, we just got to get you out of there. And child, she got on this dang on tutu dress. What the hell did she have on, baby? When I tell you I was confused on what she had on, I said, oh, this is quite interesting. It almost kind of looked like one of them old school, like, swimsuits that they used to wear back in the 50s. I was like, is it a swimsuit? What's going on with it? But at that point, she was trying to make it so she was trying to calm him down because of the fact that he's not getting released when he claims he's going to get released. Meanwhile, Goddess is on her way to go see Moo Moo in a horrible fitting dress, may I add. But she forgot to not wear an underwire bra. So now she has on an underwire bra while she is on her way to the actual jail while she's talking to her mother. And her mother is like, well, I guess you just gonna have to go bare. And I'm like, go bare where? Where is she gonna put the bra? She gonna keep it in the Uber? Like, where is she gonna put the bra? Like, I don't even know if she could take that bra in there with her. But then the thing is, she said she had nipple rings. And the last time I checked, you can't go through security and go through the freaking, monitors and all of that stuff with nipple rings either. Like, I don't even know if you could wear like earrings and stuff like that in there. So how do you have on an underwire bra, forget that you had that on, but then say, well, my nipple ring's about to be exposed? Well, they about to tell you can't come in either with them suckers. They gonna tell you to remove those. At least I think they would. I mean, can't they use that as a weapon of some sort? You take him out and give it to him so he can use it as a shank? I don't know. But anywho, with that being said, she ends up going in, but they end up turning her away, saying that she can't visit because it's family day. Now, she mentioned this to her mother when she was in a car that he got approved for a visit, but it's family day. So, didn't you know the rules before you wasted your time to go up there just to turn back around? Because I guess family day means no girlfriends. That means no girlfriends. It's only like proof of mother, father, kids, but no girlfriends. Wouldn't you already know that? So now I'm starting to think that production is purposely doing this. Production, have you noticed? And I believe this happened in other seasons too, but definitely this season, we have literally had so far 3 who have gone up to the jail just to get turned around or didn't even know if they were approved. We had the Dum with the lifer who did that. You just had Goddess, and then we got the other one that we're going to talk about later who did it. And I'm thinking this is another production stunt, that they make them drive out there just to know that they're going to get turned around, thinking it's going to create some type of conflict or drama. No, it's wasting our damn time. I don't want to see somebody go to a jail just to turn back around and say they can't visit them. Goddess ends up going in. By the time she come out, it's raining. It's raining like crazy. And literally, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know if it was going to be. Look, as far as I see, I don't trust production. They could have easily had her go back on another day with the same dress and outfit on to try to give some type of dramatic effect because it's raining. I don't trust them at this point. But she calls, or Mumu calls her and was like, what's taking you so long? Why can't you come? Why aren't you ain't in here yet? And she said, because it's family day, so they won't let me in. You didn't know that, sir. She didn't know that. It's hard for me to believe that y'all didn't know what the rules were for family day. It was a waste of our time, a waste of time, period. Goddess, you are too pretty to be involved in this. But honestly, Bonita is pretty too. She may be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She may be a little cuckoo, but she's a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm about to say, I was going to say, is Baltimore that limited? But it is. It is. Baltimore is definitely that limited. But, I mean, hell, there's other parts of the DMV area. DC, Virginia, other parts of Maryland. Like, I'm going to need y'all to not be pretty like this and literally seem to have yourself. Well, Goddess looked like she got herself together. I don't know about Bonita, child, but it seems like y'all got yourselves together. Y'all don't necessarily need Mumu, but y'all are craving this little fool, and I don't understand why. Anywho, with that being said, I don't know if we are going to see Bonita and Goddess meet up before this season is over with. Makes me wonder if they're going to be on Love After Lockup. I have a feeling they could easily be on Love After Lockup, especially with them being very vocal and out there, I guess, on their social media. So yeah, something tells me they could potentially be on Love After Lockup. Hello. I'm sorry, you guys who are coming in. I see Tracy, Joseph, Bell. What's up, Adrian? What's up, Denise? Everyone in that unit was talking about family. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm overproduction. They just working my nerves. But anyways, let's move on to the dum-dum. The dum-dum, the weirdo and her freaking Cabbage Patch doll. Whoo, child, let's talk about it, girl. She carried that Cabbage Patch doll. I don't know. Is this a prop or is she for real? It's very hard for me to imagine a woman in her 50s carrying that freaking Cabbage Patch doll and holding on to that Cabbage Patch doll like that everywhere she goes, including to see her daughter and her grandkids. I don't know. I think she's getting a kick out of having this prop. I don't know. I just feel like there's no way. But then again, there are strange people out there. But this weirdo, Aisha, she goes with her doll to Ohio to see her daughter and her grandkids. And we know her daughter's a CO. And at that point, she decides to admit to her daughter, while her daughter is randomly doing her makeup for whatever reason, that, oh, my man that I told you I went to go visit in Alabama, well, he's not a farmer. He's a felon in jail. And I must say, probably the best part of this episode was her daughter, because she's probably the one who has the most sense that I have seen on this show in a very long time. Hell, forever, ever. Her daughter looking at her like, excuse me, I know you, what you just say? And so at this one, she said, I know you ain't talking to someone in jail. And she was like, you can look him up. He was in jail. She said, look, she tells the camera, she said, as far as I see it, my mother is single. So there's any nice, tall, dark, handsome guys out there, holler at my mama. So then she says what everybody else says. She said, and he ain't got no other females. You think he ain't got no other females? And he talking to them the way he talking to you? And she was like, no. And she said, uh-huh. She said, look, I deal with this all day, every day, and how they act. They get off the phone with you and go talk to another one. Duh. Hell, we all know that. We all know that. But she was like, I can't believe I'm hearing this. She's like, I need a minute. She said, I need some liquor. She said, I need something right now, because you ain't about to tell me that you dealing with a freaking inmate, and I know how these fools operate all the time because I deal with them on a day-to-day basis. So then she ends up talking to Michael. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like, and hit the hype for your girl. Then she ends up talking to Michael. And for the most part, she asked all the right questions. She said, look, I'm just making sure you ain't jail playing my mama. And she was like, so what, your head straight? You talking about potentially you trying to get out, but you talking about life right now. Is your head straight? Are you're mentally there? And then she says, so yeah, what about your family? Because he mentioned that, he's trying to get a lawyer, trying to get this overturned or whatever. And she said, well, what about your family? Your family helping you? He was like, well, they can kind of help out whenever they can. And so the daughter is understanding that this is a play. This is a play for her mama to get the money together and get the resources together to get him out, because his family ain't got it. His family ain't got it. All right. So because the family ain't got it, he needs somebody who's dumb enough to either have it, get it, or do whatever they can to obtain it, so he can have a fighting chance to so-called get out of prison, if he can get out. The daughter sees the game, hangs up, and she's like, ooh, boy. She's like, I knew it. I knew it. This fool is playing you 10 times over. And she don't have really anything else to say, because she already know. I think she know her heart of hearts her mama's stupid. She definitely get vibes that she was raising her mama more than her mama was raising her. Because you would never know in that freaking scene who the mama or who the daughter. Because the daughter was acting like she was the mama. Tell me I'm lying. She was literally being more stern and being more strict about what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Meanwhile, her mama in her 50s going around with this Cabbage Patch doll talking about, son, yeah, my man, he in prison, whatever the case may be. And, I'll hit that bridge when I get there if he doesn't get out. But I'm going to fight for my man. Child, I am hoping we don't see them again. Which honestly, that has to be the case, because here's the problem. We can't do love after lockup. We clearly know he ain't getting out anytime soon. Okay? So it would have to be the next love during lockup, which usually we got to do a love after and then a life after before another love during. So yeah, Aisha, don't come back on this show. I can't. And that doll really bothers me. Like, that doll probably has more brains than you. Like, seriously. So with that being said, let's move on. And this, Cash App or whatever she got trying to get money raised for him, child, please. In this economy, ain't nobody about to be crazy enough to sit up there and give him a fighting chance for nothing. You acting like he freaking Central Park 5 or something. Get the hell up out of here. The man did what he did. It is what it is. And he is in the freaking South, Alabama, and he played it 3 different times. 3 strikes, you're out, okay? So I don't know what to tell you besides the fact that you being a fool. Try to see if your Cabbage Patch dog can get him up out of there or something. So let's move on. Emily. Oh my gosh. It's very obvious that Emily doesn't have any friends. Like, she is definitely one of those girls who seems like a big loner, a loner who is not a proud loner, a loner who literally probably has always wanted friends, but for whatever reason just can't really connect with good people. So, Emily decides to go meet up with Brittany, the ex, who is also so-called the best friend now of Justin. And she decides to drive a pretty good distance, I think, to go meet with her, and actually sits down and actually gets food for her and Brittany. Now, of course, we know production probably paid for that big ass burger. That burger looks insane. Did y'all see that burger? Who in the hell? Like, it would take 10 people to probably eat that burger. And I'm sorry, it didn't look juicy. It looked dry as hell. That bun looked dry too. But anywho, with that being said, she sits down and she's trying to eat her burger. Next thing you know, Brittany walks in with Liz. Okay, walks in with Liz, and Emily is shocked, and she's like, "What the F is this whore doing here?" And so at that point, Liz's like, "Well, I mean, you're the one who looks like trash." And Emily's like, "I look like trash? You're in a freaking like family restaurant," because we see that the outfit that Liz has on. I mean, honestly, if she coughed hard, her boobs would have popped out of that freaking shirt. Like like real talk. Like if she would have done anything, sudden movement, they would have been flying all over the place. But here's the problem. All 3 of them look like a straight fool to be arguing over this broke bum. Liz is like, "I think you're trash, and I have proof that he still loves me, and he's going to come home to me when he gets out." This is from a text message from yesterday. And the text message pretty much says, pretty much, "Thank you for the money. Thank you for allowing me to use you. I want this to work. I want this to do this. I want this to do that. I love you." All of the things to kind of keep that money flow going. And then Emily said, "Well, so you gave him money?" She was like, "Yes, because he said you left him out the door. I gave him $600 yesterday." Emily's like, "Well, yeah. Well, you know why? Because I had just given him $3,000. And both Brittany and Liz like, "That's a lie. That's a lie." And I'm like, huh? What do you mean that's a lie? Like, why are y'all believing Justin over her when you clearly should know enough about how Justin is operating at this point? I don't understand why these 2 women are so mad at Emily and not mad at Justin. But then again, I do understand that, because these are how scallywags operate. Scallywag females operate in that way. Instead of realizing that they're all getting played, they want to be mad at each other. Now, my problem is Brittany seems to be hella mad for someone who claims to not even care about Justin in that way anymore, and they're just friends. Because at this point, Emily is upset. She's mad that she got ambushed like that, which it was an ambush, because if you're telling me we're meeting up and then all of a sudden you bring someone else that I wasn't aware of, that is an ambush. She starts throwing lettuce towards Brittany's direction, and Brittany ends up going straight up Godzilla gorilla on her and like throws everything at her, honey, everything with all her might. And I was just like, this photo looks like she just finished a job. And y'all know the job I'm talking about. Like a OF job. Like a BJ job. And then I was thinking, where the hell did she get that from? That burger didn't have that much mayo or whipped cream or whatever the hell that is on her mouth. I said, where did that come from? But I also said, well, this is take a picture. Click, click, click. This is definitely good content for you, honey. All you gotta do is make a little seductive face, baby, and I'm sure you can sell that on OnlyFans. But literally, she sits up there, looks like a freaking fool. All she do is threw some lettuce. They threw the whole freaking restaurant at her, honey. And so at that point, Brittany and Liz end up leaving. Now, Liz is smiling the whole entire time, enjoying all of this. But they end up going outside talking about well, he's playing all of us. Liz is like, well, the fact that he's playing both of us or whatever. And Brittany's like, yeah, I just don't understand why she's stupid enough to still deal with him. And I'm thinking, like, you guys are all stupid enough to talk to him. You guys are all being stupid to still deal with him and talk to him. And why are you so tight with Liz? And even Emily said, and I believe Emily on this because I feel like she don't really know how to lie. I believe Emily when she said, I don't even understand why Brittany and Liz are even talking to each other because the last time I checked, Brittany couldn't stand the girl. I believe it. I believe Brittany has no loyalty to any of these heifers. She has this sick loyalty to Justin for whatever reason. And you ask me, she probably still wanted Justin because the way she got so mad, meanwhile, the other two who apparently are getting the text messages about how much Justin loves them, she was more mad than both of them combined. Like, I was just like, what is going on here, Brittany? Like, are you still in love with him and you just want to find out what's going on to see how you can steal Justin from both of them? But then Emily ends up calling Justin. And she's like, I'm so mad, Justin, and your ex is saying that she's gotten money from you. And if that's the case, you can be with your ex. And then Justin says, I want to be with you. I love you. But he says, but you are the one who had me go to my ex because I had to make something financially happen because you, Emily, left me hanging. Baby, when I tell you the Victim Olympics or you... I said, wait a minute, did I hear that correctly? Yes, I love you. I want to be with you, but you left me no choice to go to my ex because you left me hanging, even though I just gave you $3,000 literally probably 24 hours ago. And Emily still talking as if they're still going to be together because she said you can no longer have a friendship with Brittany. How about screw him, screw Brittany, and screw Liz and move on with your life? And one of the things that Emily said, which I think any of us can relate to, she says, I gave up my peace and my freedom for a man who just stresses me out. First of all, that was wisdom in a sentence. Good job, Emily. That you realize you gave up your peace, your freedom for a man who stresses you out. I think we are all scared of that because for those who are single, one good thing about being single is the freedom and the peace of it. So you would hate to get into a relationship with someone you care about that's going to disrupt that peace. But the thing is, if you can recognize that by saying it out loud, that means you can get the hell out of the relationship. You can get out. For you to just say that so clearly, this man is stressing you out. You've given up your peace, your freedom, and that not just freedom in general, but financial freedom. Because your whole point of doing the work that you was doing was to take care of your son. Now you're taking care of two kids, one in prison and the one that you have out. If you can recognize that and say it out loud, you can go. I sure did choose that picture. Y'all know how I work. I said, this is a perfect OF picture for her. She liked to take content. This is a perfect content. This is content. Because there's some freaks out there that would, because I was like, I said, she look a mess. I think there's some guys out there that would like this mess. But anywho, moving on. But yeah, so it's like, if you can recognize it, baby, that means you can move on. You can leave. But again, I am more interested in learning about her past and why she is the way that she is. Meanwhile, I guess we're going to have to see where this ends I definitely don't know about them going on Love After Lockup, but I cannot understand. And here's the thing, Emily is not an ugly girl. She's not. She's not an ugly girl. She does kind of give those type of flicks. I don't want to say necessarily she kind of looks like that, but she kind of gives those looks like she could be in that industry. But yeah, like she could definitely find a man who would be willing to date her and do what she does. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I would love for her to sit down on a therapist's couch and record it. And then we can actually see what's going on with her. But yeah, with that, let's move on. But yeah, this is a hilarious photo. I'm still trying to figure out where all of that came from. There's no way all of that was on that burger. I don't know what she threw at her, but it was quite hilarious. Now, hit the like button while I take a sip of my coffee. I can't believe I just saw that, Leo. That man clearly had issues before he got to prison. And it seemed to me that he blames everybody for his issues but himself. God bless him. I mean, at the end of the day, but look, he, as we can see, he blames everybody for his problems except himself on this show. But hopefully they will find peace in the situation. But to blame Emily, man, get the heck up out of here. Get the heck up out of here. They just want to blame somebody except themselves or his own decisions. I mean, hey. So let's get to it. Momo, Monique, and Titus. Let's talk about it, y'all. And Monique, if you play replay gang, you know I'm going to keep it real. So Monique, child, is literally on her way to go get some furniture. And her friend Jasmine comes over. Now, remember during my interview, she said she really didn't have friends out there. She said she ended up meeting a friend, I believe, who's from Chicago but lives out there now, and she met them through Titus' family. I don't know if that's this girl, but she definitely, I was like, oh, so you do have a friend that you met there. I'm gonna have to find out. Like, is this the girl from Chicago or is this another girl? But the girl seemed real cool and is willing to help her. Hell, she even brought damn near like a straight up Sprinter van to make sure if she was going to get furniture that she was there to help Monique. She seems real cool, practical, logical, tell it like it is. And so at that point, when they get in the car, Jasmine's like, so when do you plan on seeing Titus? And Mo's like, oh, I plan on seeing him tomorrow. And I said, well, dang, okay, she's gonna see him tomorrow. They're at the furniture store. Titus calls Monique. And she tells Jasmine, shh, be quiet. Be quiet. And Jasmine's like, what the hell I gotta be quiet for? Why I gotta be quiet? She's like, just be quiet, just be quiet. So then she answers the phone and Tyler's like, hey, what you doing? Where you at? Tyler's like, she's like, I'm at the furniture store. He said, well, who? And she's like, nobody. And Jasmine like, heifer, what you mean nobody? I drove you here. I got you here. What you mean nobody? Like, what the hell is going on? So then at that point, Titus is talking to her. And again, talking to her like he's talking at her, not talking with her, okay? And for those who know what I mean. He talks to her like he's talking at her. Not talking with her, talking at her. But she hangs up the phone and Jasmine's like, girl, what the hell was that all about? Why did you lie to him? Why didn't you just say you was here with me or whatever the case may be? And she said, girl, like, he just be tripping. And so she's in the confessional and she says that he gets so upset when she hangs around her friends, especially her female friends. And Monique says he's just so overprotective. That's not overprotective. That's not overprotection. That's not, y'all. And for those who need to listen to me, listen to me. Control and trying to control you in a relationship does not mean that is overprotection. That does not mean love. Those are issues, deep rooted issues that has nothing to do with love. Okay. And so at this point, Jasmine is like, okay, well, look, we're not going to be able to get this couch into your house. I have no choice but to call my man so he can help us with this furniture. And Monique is acting like she nervous, like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this. And she's like, you know, Titus just doesn't trust anyone. Then why are you with him? Why are you with him? Because if he doesn't trust anyone, that means he doesn't trust you. That also means he doesn't trust himself, which means that if he doesn't trust himself, he's doing a lot of stuff that you don't know that he's doing, Monique. He's operating already in the mindset of you gonna screw him over, so guaranteeing you he's already doing whatever he wants to do anyways. Hence why I said to you, so you don't think he's talking to other females. Okay? Now, we got a little eye candy. Because, baby, I'm sorry, but Bud and his friend came over to help with that couch, that sectional, and they look cute. They look cute. Especially Bud's friend. I believe his name was Trevor. I don't know what his name was, but I was like, okay, muscle, look like, you know what I'm saying? He got body, yaddy, yaddy. Yeah, like I think you need to be hollering at one of them. Not Bud, of course, because Bud is Jasmine's man, but he seemed to have some fine friends. Okay? They come over there nice enough to help her get something into her house. Let me tell you something. As someone, thank God I got enough males in my family, but I know with friends who don't have that type of access, those type of things are hard to come by. A lot of times you got to pay people to do it. You know what I mean? And because you just don't trust random people, you definitely don't want to pick somebody up randomly at the Home Depot to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know how they are mentally, where they are. It is hard to find that type of help. They were there to help. They sat up there, did what they were supposed to do. Titus ends up calling. And he's like, oh, what's up? And he was like, she's like, yeah, well, I, got my furniture, whatever the case may be. But Bud had to come over and help with the furniture. He's like, what? And he goes off. And to me, of course, he wasn't like, he didn't call her the bitch word, but he goes off for the most idiotic thing. Like, did you expect for these two women to actually pick up the sectional and bring it into her house? And so he was like, you better stop playing with me and stop playing with my intelligence. And you know what I'm saying? You clearly saw what was about to go down or whatever the case may be. And she randomly starts saying, well, I wasn't about to wait on you all day to wait on you as far as the furniture was concerned, or stay and wait for your call at the furniture store, which I'm assuming she was trying to imply that he was saying I could have had somebody on my side to help you out with that, or whatever the case may be. And she was saying, I didn't want to wait for you. I wanted to get this done. Now, one thing that she says is, just because he's in prison doesn't mean that I'm in prison. I truly feel like he knows Monique doesn't really go out anyways. So because of that, he felt like it's much easier to control the situation. I don't think Monique goes out that much. I mean, like she goes out, but I feel like that's why he purposely was like, oh, bet she's going to stay at home anyways, which clearly freaks him out when she does manage to get out and go somewhere, which is interesting. Now, Monique does mention that she is worried and has anxiety about going to see him. And she also mentions because she's wondering if he's going to find her attractive. My whole thing is this. Monique, he's already seen you on the video. So I don't necessarily know what else is there to see. He has seen you on the video. He more than likely has at least seen you on the show or at least seen you online. He knows your size at this point. He knows how you look at this point. So the fact that she said that, I was just like, at this point, he knows. I would say there's plenty of people in that jail at this point who know who you are. So I don't know. But again, if this is not a fake storyline, I question how legit these storylines were when this actual season first came on. Monique came on the live for those who were there, and Monique says she don't do scripted, that all of this is real. So, okay, if it's all real, I don't like him. I smell DV. I smell abuse. I smell all of that. I smell it all. I do not like this man. I don't like the way he talks to you. I don't like the way he operates. And we have to get out of this mindset of overprotection. And it's not overprotection. There's a way to be overprotective, but still be loving and still be respectful. This man is trying to control you. Isolation, control equals abuse, equals all of those things. And the fact that she equates that to being overprotective or even dare to say love is really concerning for me. It really is. And even if this is a fake storyline, I wouldn't even want this to be my fake storyline. I would not want this to be my fake storyline, because what example are you setting to young women who are watching this show? I don't like it. I do not like it. I feel like Tyus he got some issues. He really does. And Monique is making excuses for his issues. I do not like it. It's not overprotection. It's not none of that at all. But she decides the next day to get in her car and drive 3 hours to go see him, because she actually has a visit that next day. Now, here we go again with production. She walks in, says she has a visit, ends up giving his name. Next thing you know, they cut to her coming back to her car and her saying they on some BS with her. And of course, we don't find out what that BS is until potentially the next episode. But I'm trying to figure out, if you were able to visit him, why are they on some BS? She didn't mention anything about him, because she even said, if Titus decides to not see me, this relationship is over. So in other words, I didn't even know they can do this. But I guess if you are on the visiting list at a prison, I guess the prisoner can decide that they don't want to come out and see you, or they can deny you coming to see them. I didn't even know that could even happen, especially with everything that you go through to get on the list. But I guess she said that if he denies seeing her, it's over. So my question is, does he deny seeing her? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But at this point, again, like I said, it's the constant same patterns with Monique. The same patterns with Monique, where these guys don't know how to talk to people, especially women. And I understand that Monique has a mouth, but again, they're very temperamental. They don't know how to talk to women. And then she makes excuses for them until she gets tired of them. And then she don't make any excuses anymore. I don't like him. And she's very aware that I don't like this man. I don't like the way he operates. And while she say there's no drama, it seems to me he likes to bring the drama. And anytime that you feel nervous to tell a man that you're out with a friend who's a woman, It's not even a male friend. The fact that you're nervous, that you're freaking out that men are going to be in your house to drop off furniture. Mind you, one of them is actually in a relationship with your friend. Like, what the hell? I'd be damned. Not me. Not me. I would never, like, if that, yeah, you're in a prison too. You're in a prison too. Absolutely not, Monique. Let me see what you guys are saying. Definitely a red flag. Tired of production leaving us hanging. Yeah, because they want us to wait till the next episode. It's probably a dud next episode. Bizarre. If you got an AI boyfriend, it would build build up her self-esteem. An AI boyfriend? What the hell? What was that? What would an AI boyfriend do? Do that? Oh Lord. I'm like, are there really people now who are creating AI boyfriends like on a computer or something? Is that kind of like when they be having them people be having mannequins at their house? Is that what you telling me, Z? He should know, and she went viral as well. Exactly. So it's not about being afraid of going to a prison. I mean, I know people who are afraid to go into prison just because of all of the issues it takes to get into it. And, they be afraid of a prison break or something like that. I'm sorry, but Monique exudes low self-esteem. I know she said it has improved, but it's still very low. I mean, at the end of the day, one thing I will say is this. From the time, and I'm talking about people who understand the OGs from how Monique was a couple years back when she first got on this show. Monique has brought down a lot of layers. Now, I'm sure there's way more layers eventually that she has to get to, but compared to the Monique that we first met a couple years ago, she is definitely getting more comfortable with herself. I mean, we even saw a child picture of her, for crying out loud, on this season. I'm like, she is really starting to open up more. I was like, wait, is this like a elementary school picture of Monique? Like, she definitely is opening up. It's probably just going to take her a lot more time to get to that point. It's probably going to take her a lot more time. And again, it depends on the trauma behind it. She definitely has talked about trauma, certain traumas that she's been through on my channel. But yeah, when you keep attracting the same type of men, you're attracting what's inside of you. You are attracting those type of men. And for whatever reason, she really thinks that is a form of love. And it's not. It's just not. She still has a lot of work to do. Yeah. And I think to a certain extent, we all got a lot of work to do. We all have trauma and things that we've gone through, whether people want to admit it or not. Some are more healed than others, but we all have to consistently do the work on a day-to-day basis, don't we? We all have to do the work, because sometimes things can happen in life that can trigger traumas all over again. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm sorry, but let me see. You can't talk to me like that when you can't be here. Exactly. You're not even here. I'm out, and you're upset because these guys are coming to drop off a sectional. He act like she done straight up cooked them food and made a meal for them. They literally did a drop off and was like, all right, we out. That's it. That is it. I don't get why she has to tell him everything. Again, if this is not a fake storyline, because again, I'm still wondering, hope this is a fake storyline, but why would you use utter embarrassment as the story? Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, I don't want women to think these type of things are healthy. They're just not healthy. They're not. Like, it's not healthy for this man to really feel like he has that type of control over you while he's in a freaking shoebox for a room, and here you are free, and he's trying to tell you who you can have up in your house. Is he paying your rent? Like, seriously. Like, you have married couples who literally have their spouse in prison who don't sit up there and be trying to say who can be all up in the house. Monique would be much better off having the AI boyfriend. Got it. Okay, you said that again. How can you change that so you won't attract those type of men? That takes healing, that takes therapy, that takes being honest about your trauma and how it's affected how you handle relationships and friendships and things like that. It's a lot of work. And the problem is, a lot of people don't like to do the work because it's uncomfortable. You have to truly reveal yourself, and it does get ugly, super ugly sometimes, to just be honest about why you are the way that you are. Because a lot of times it comes with acknowledging things that you've done to yourself, but also things that people who are supposed to be elders, who are supposed to be protective of you, what they've done. Because especially, I know in the Black community and the brown community, we're always told that we're supposed to respect our elders no matter what, even if the elders are the main reason for the trauma. So a lot of people get, a lot of their trauma comes from parents, grandparents, or whatever the case may be. And they feel like they can't even be honest with them because, of course, being honest sometimes is a form of disrespect. You know, the truth can be disrespectful for people who aren't healed themselves. But yeah, it takes a lot of work. And that's why I'm saying, like, it takes work. It does not typically happen overnight. I don't even really believe people who claim that they're just completely healed after years of trauma or years of holding on to that trauma. All of a sudden, they're just healed. Now, unless an act of God has been able to reach them, I truly feel like that it takes a lot of work, a consistent work. So let me see what you guys are saying. A man in jail would hate me. I'll be lying, not answering that phone, have them stressing. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It took me 40 years to finally get it, and I'm 42. Ongoing job. I think if people are honest, they will understand that, especially depending on what people's trauma is. Does this show provide therapy? If not, they should. That's the problem. Is, see, I don't think any of these shows provide therapy. Not legit therapy. Even the shows, in my opinion, that have a therapist on the show, it's really just for the show. I don't even know if they have them continue on with therapy after the show, like those intervention. Yeah, they have a therapist there, but is the therapist there after they leave? You know, a lot. Again, I'm gonna repeat it, and I'm gonna repeat it again. These reality shows, the people that they cast to be the face of the show every season, these shows are meant to benefit the people behind the cameras. It's to benefit those people, the executive producers, not the people that they cast. They are just there to be exploited. Unfortunately, they're there to just be exploited. Unless you know how to play the game right, play it well, where you can benefit off of it. But they're there to be exploited. All of these cast members are there to be exploited. You have to make sure that you can get something out of this just like they are. But understand the production and all of them, they're getting way more off of this than you ever will. Period. Yeah, I don't date because I feel I don't pick good guys. That's very honest for you to say. That means that you're doing the work and you're very honest about, doing the work that you need to do. That was very honest of you to say that. Intense work and being completely honest with yourself. Yeah, and people don't want to be completely honest with themselves. They don't. They would rather be in denial than to be honest with themselves. So let's see. Right. The therapy is for the show only. No aftercare once the cameras are gone. Exactly. So, but like I said, since Monique came on the first season she was on, she has definitely become more likable and she's been more open. I truly think more and more of this will help her. Not necessarily love after lockup or love during lockup. I would like to see someone pick up Monique for her own show. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would like to see. And then maybe we can really get to the root of Monique and certain things about Monique. But the fact that she was just even open this season talking about a lot of things, from her daughter, losing her daughter, to, vulnerabilities, and how, every time she's tried to make a relationship work, how things haven't worked out, or I'm afraid if he's going to like me or not. Those are things that take strength to admit out loud, especially while millions of people are watching. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people who would not be that honest and not willing to be that vulnerable on a public platform like freaking Love After Lockup, where they have millions of viewers who watch every freaking week. Every freaking week. So that takes some type of strength and some guts to do, because she definitely wasn't doing that the first season. She's doing that now. So I would like to see if maybe somebody from production or somebody will pick up something and actually do her own show. Because this whole Love After Lockup and Love During Lockup is not working, especially with Titus. Like, at this point, I don't even want to see them on Love After Lockup. She said it was too late for this season that's coming out this year, so it'll be next year. I don't want to see him. I don't like him. Period. I don't like him. I know disrespect when I see it. And I'm one of those people, I ain't going to argue back and forth with you. Once I see there is a form of disrespect, you are gone. Goodbye. Sorry. And to me, Titus is on the red flag list. The way that he talked to her, he talks at her, he talks down to her. It's very obvious. And to me, again, if this is a real storyline, it appears that Monique kind of just goes into like herself when she's having these conversations with him. Like, she's almost like she feels like a little child being scolded when he's talking to her. And I'm like, girl, you act like he in front of you. He on a phone. Click off. Hang up on that fool. What he gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what is he going to do? Titus isn't making her look bad. Monique see, the thing is, Monique still can make her own decisions. Monique is allowing Titus to make her look bad. You see what I'm saying? Monique is still a grown woman. Monique, when she finally gets fed up, and we have all seen it, when Monique finally gets fed up, the girl knows how to take control and shut stuff down. She knows how to take control and shut stuff down. Monique doesn't want to shut it down right now. At least at that moment she didn't. But Monique literally is allowing this to happen. That's it. That's all. We can't blame Titus, because it's not like, you know what I'm saying, she's stuck in a bind and she trapped in a house with this man. This is not Jennifer Lopez enough. This is not What's Love Got to Do with It. This man is in a prison. She is in the free world. She can literally pack up her stuff, leave Cleveland, go to Texas or anywhere she want to go, change all of her numbers, and Titus wouldn't be able to find her at all if she really wanted that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we can't blame everything on these men. Monique is still making her own decisions. At the end of the day, like I said, she can hear me all day long. When I did the interview with her, she had her reason. And I said, okay, look, at the end of the day, she said what she said. Her man. What else is there to say? She has to get fed up and be completely fed up to move on. That's just what it is. But as I'm watching this show, I don't like that man. I do not. It's smelling like DV. It's smelling very uncomfortable for me. It's smelling very uncomfortable for me. But with that being said, that was the review. And we only got one more episode. And then when does Love After Lockup come on? Because this one took forever to come on. So I have a feeling Love After Lockup should come back on maybe within a couple of weeks. Have they given us an actual review yet of Love After Lockup? Is it coming back on back to back, or we got to wait a couple of more months? I know a lot of y'all be knowing because y'all be seeing the previews or the trailers, but I feel like Love After Lockup should hopefully come out soon, maybe right after this one. If we have a break, then I'm going to have to find other things to talk about in the meantime. I don't think I'm doing Bell Collective no more, you guys. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't do it. And clearly y'all couldn't do it either because the views were not viewing. So I'm going to have to find something else. I'm gonna have to find something else. But yeah, y'all let me know if there's anything you guys want me to review that you actually think you guys would be interested in me reviewing, because Bell Collective definitely is not it. Better not be a couple more months. I hope not, Mrs. T. I mean, it took them several months to bring this one. So I feel like Love After Lockup should be coming back to back. You heard August? Really? Mama June will be on for a while. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me ask y'all this before we leave. Is this a sign that maybe Love After Lockup is losing its fire? Could the show be possibly coming off? Because I remember at a time they kept the rotation flowing. Love During Lockup would be off, then Love After Lockup. Like, they kept it flowing. They kept it flowing. So if they're stretching it out like this, is it safe to say that maybe their viewership is not the same anymore and they're low-key thinking about dropping some of these shows? Because it took them months to bring this one out. They brought back Monique. And then you mean to tell me potentially we may have another 4 to 6 months before another show comes out? That's interesting. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Could it be that the Love After Lockup franchise is leaving or losing pretty soon? People probably tired of it. They tired of the scripts. They tired of the fake reality. Good question. Budget has changed for sure. I'll look more into it. Not quite sure about the month. Yeah, it used to flow back to back, but they added Mama June into the mix. It usually comes right after Mama June. Well, if Mama June coming on, when is Mama June coming on? Then that means if it's coming on right after Mama June, you know, Mama June has been around for so long, I couldn't even play catch up with that show even if I wanted to. Like, I feel like I need to know the backstory of them. And girl, I ain't got time for that. But yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see if they're about to lose their spots. Because remember, Love After Lockup franchise used to be the spot for WeTV. They used to be the ones. So it's interesting that they're spreading out like this. Could it be that they're going to lose? Maybe they're only going to do Love After Lockup and no longer Love During Lockup. Maybe that's the case. Week after week next is when Mama June comes back. Yeah. Well, week after. Okay, week after next. Okay, so 2 weeks from now. Okay. That makes sense because next week is the last episode for this season, and then Mama June. And then how long does Mama June typically be on? Clearly for months, the way that y'all talking. I want Inmate to Roommate to come back. It's on A&E. Yes, I did reviews on Inmate to Roommate. Let's see if that comes back, honey. But yeah, you guys, that was it. I mean, they didn't really give us no bangers this season. And I doubt for some reason, I feel like this last episode is not going to be that good, which tells me even more. They brought back Monique because they really needed her for ratings. I think Monique probably has the most followers, social media followers, out of all of the people who come from Love After Lockup. I think she really does. Between her IG page, her TikTok page, Monique is probably the most popular Love After Lockup person ever as far as those numbers are concerned. They brought her back because they needed those numbers. Now, Monique, if you smart girl, you definitely need to try to see if you can get your own show out of this. Life of Monique and healing and, you know, moving and all of that stuff. See if you can get you a show off of this, because I feel like you can get you a show. Just like other people that got their own shows from like 90 Day Fiance and stuff like that. See if you can get your own show, boo. See if you can get you a dating show. Now that, baby, can you imagine like a I Love New York, I Love Monique? Oh my gosh. Monique, you heard it. Do a I Love Monique. That baby could be some good TV. That would be some good TV. I don't know if anybody besides VH1 could pull that off, though, because, you know, VH1 was like for the mess when it came to them shows. But yeah, so with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for listening. You know, I love y'all. I love y'all down. I appreciate it. Like I said, since 2026 has been happening, it's been very hectic. But I love the fact that even if I do one video a week, y'all be front and center, ready to listen to your girl give the reviews. And my numbers have been going up, which is quite interesting. I think the likes and the hypes have really been helping your girl, and people find my videos. So I appreciate y'all, because y'all know I'm a small channel. I don't be asking for super chats and all of that stuff. If y'all give, that's great. But like I tell y'all, those likes and the hypes and the views, that's all I pretty much ask for. So I appreciate you guys consistently. I really do. Or a dating special show. Mama June is like watching a soap opera at a point once you've been watching for a long time. Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate y'all so much. Let's continue the conversation below on what you thought about this episode and what you think about these couples, and if you feel like they're real storylines, honey, just be honest with me and let me know, because I can understand why people keep feeling that these are fake storylines. But with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.